play pong, I drink activist. Lambo the go, yeah, that's accurate.
Fucking almost ripped my shit, man. See, I thought about it, but I ain't rich yet. I ain't gonna rip it yet. Nah, I ain't gonna rip it yet. Nah. Today, we better bring to y'all Michael Jackson exposed, or you could call it proof Michael Jackson was cloned. Whatever you wanna call it. Just know this bitch finna blow the fuck up. This nigga was cloned, and I'm about to prove that to y'all. Allegedly, though, you know the vibes. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Pay attention. This on the bottom, this is who I think is Dave. Now on the top, this is who I am allegedly claiming to be Michael Jackson in Dave. It don't make sense right now, but I'm gonna explain. Now this is Dave's Wikipedia. Now I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean. Here's Dave.
Yes, that's my legal name.
And you changed your name after this all happened. Why?
About 2 years ago, I changed it legally to Dave to liberate myself from my father and to establish myself as an artist. It was kind of like an artistic decision.
I want y'all to peep the way he's talking, the way he sounds, the way he looks around, the way he looks with his eyes, his mannerisms. Just keep peeping this nigga. Keep peeping Dave.
Mari, which is it's a machine that they attach and it has electrodes on it.
Alright, y'all. I want y'all to peep this one more time and peep Dave and his mannerisms.
I changed it legally to Dave to liberate myself from my father and to establish myself as an artist. It was kind of like an artistic decision to do that.
Alright, now pay attention. I want y'all to see new and improved Dave. You feel me?
He was set on fire.
Off the rip, this nigga looks different. Instead of the wide Dave, he's coming out with the Dave. You feel what I'm saying? He's coming out with the Dave. This nigga looks 10 times smarter. The way he's looking is not the same way the other nigga looked. You feel me?
1983, suffered, as you can see, terrible scars. Michael Jackson befriended him and paid for a lot of his surgeries.
Well, to liberate myself from the confines of my father's criminality.
He caused the fire?
Yeah. He is a criminal and he...
What, bruh? One, that's not the same voice. Two, this nigga sounds way more sophisticated and different. Three, this nigga knew him since he was a toddler, bro. These niggas are correlated, so don't tell me there's no connection between them, because they literally talking about it on the Larry King show.
Caused all this. To free myself of his name and his legacy, I decided to become my own person through changing my name. I was not in the hospital at the time. I was in interim back in...
When did Dave start looking at niggas like this, bro? I'm freeing niggas out the Matrix today, man. If you like this shit, comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Bro, I done showed y'all this nigga got cloned. Man, shit. Let's go, man. This ain't no Kodak bullshit, nigga.
And forth from surgery.
And what did he do for you?
Well, basically, he befriended me. The visit to his Encino house was very impromptu, and it was kept a secret by my mother. Not a fan per se, but I always loved his music. And my mother surprised me one day and brought me up to Neverland.
Alright, man. And for the niggas who don't get it, let me show you the third slide. Let's do this side by side one more time. Dave versus Dave. You feel me?
To liberate myself.
I want y'all to peep how he never does that shit with his eyes. Liberate myself. He don't do none of that weird shit, fool. Like, watch.
About 2 years ago, I changed it legally to Dave to liberate myself from my father and to establish myself as an artist. It was the confines of my father's criminality.
He caused the fire?
Yeah. He is a criminal, and he caused all this. To free myself of his name and his legacy, I decided to become to establish myself as an artist. It was kind of like an artistic decision. I was about 7 years old at the time.
And were you in the hospital?
I was not in the hospital at the time. I was in interim back and forth from surgery.
Yeah, so if you're not having any type of speculation by now between the voices, the mannerisms, just the way they look, the shit they saying, cool, bruh. Let me pull up gematria for your dumb ass. I put in Dave, and Jackson in the gematria calculator. Jackson and Dave both equal 44, right? But in reduction, you can make the S 10 or 1, because 10 is a special number and known as the God number in gematria. Not only do Dave, and Jackson both equal 44, they both equal 28 also. Because Jackson, the S would be 10 instead of 1, so it would be plus 9. So Michael Jackson died a span of 66 days before his upcoming birthday. He died at age 50, right? 50 equals 66, and his death was ruled a homicide, which equals 66. And Dave died at age 42, and homicide equals 42. He died before his planned series of 50 concerts in London. So he was supposed to have 50 concerts in London, exactly 50. Now look, the concerts were expected to be held at the O2 Arena. But the thing about it, you don't count the 2 because it's not a letter. So it's really the O2 Arena, right? But you can't count the 2, so it's really just 42. Michael Jackson's date of birth was 8/29/1958. 8 plus 2 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 5 plus 8 equals 42. And I chose those numbers because that's just his date of birth, 8/29/1958. Hella 42s here. And you know about all the 42s and black celebrities dying. Chadwick died at age 42. He played the role 42, etc. Movie 42. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into that in a whole nother video. He was part of the Jackson 5. 5 equals 42. And his concerts were expected to be in London, England. London, England equals 58. But what's crazy is those concerts were called This Is It, which equals 58 in the same exact spot. Now also, Michael Jackson was born in 1958. He was born in Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana equals 58. The concert, right, it was called This Is It. That was the concert that he died before. Now the drug that was blamed for him dying is called propofol. You can look all these up and fact check me. The doctor who gave him the medicine was Conrad Robert Murray. That's the name of the doctor who killed him. That equals 113. This shit gets crazy, bro. But I'm going to keep it pushing. Jackson equals 19. He died 19 days before the concert was expected to start. Michael Jackson's father was 80 years old at the time when he died. Michael Jackson's father was born on 7/26/1928. If you add that up, it equals 80, as in the age he was when Michael Jackson died. Michael Joseph Jackson equals 80. Now Michael Jackson's mother, her name is Catherine Esther Jackson, which equals 239 equals the 52nd prime right here. Michael Jackson equals 52. He died in his home in North Carrollwood Drive. which also equals 239. They ended up selling Michael Jackson's house at that same address for $18.1 million. What's interesting about that is all the 42s we said, and that 181 is the 42nd prime number. Prior to selling the home for that price, they were asking for exactly $23.9 million. What a coincidence that the home that equals 239 was getting sold for $23.9 million before they sold it for $18.1 million, the 42nd prime. That shit's funny. This shit is scripted as fuck, man. And y'all already seen the proof in the pudding, man, of this nigga's career. I didn't really get into all the other stuff of him exposing them at his concerts and talking about how they got him stuck in a trap deal and shit. So I don't really know if any of this was in his control. So this isn't a diss. This is just waking y'all up and showing y'all the truth about some of these niggas you ain't really expected from. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what y'all want to see next in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Peace.
Lambo up now, I got fans who want autographs. I'm the plug, I got plugs that keep coming back. Spend a rack every day cause I make it back.